once again, they were made to sweat, but in the end, they get the victory. And it's a victory, of course, that will prove to be very important, given what we saw between Bayer Leverkusen later in the day. They could only manage a 0-0 draw. Here we go then, Jan.
Yeah, here we go again. We are down for a battle in the German Bundesliga. And I think Leverkusen have been very good this season to concentrate on themselves. But when we're getting into these stages of the season, you know, when Bayern go to Augsburg, it's a Bavarian derby. It's a friendly derby, it's still a derby. And they will think in the last 2 years, Bayern Munich been there, they'll be losing. So I think Leverkusen hope before their game later in the German night that they would stumble here. But this game, I think there was always Bayern, except the first 15, 16 minutes of the game. Augsburg came out, they knew about their injuries, they knew about the defenders being out. Guerreiro had to play right back. When he came out for second half, he went on the wrong side, by the way. He thought he was playing left back. So he had to go back on the right side. And they played long balls, Augsburg, managed to create some chances, but we have to give praise to VAR. Believe it or not, 4 big decisive decisions today. All right, all correct. Augsburg goal not been given was 100% correct. And the Kane goal was also correct. So this was a deserved win by Bayern, although they made it a bit tight at the end.
So it finishes Bayer Leverkusen 0, Borussia Mönchengladbach 0. You can see, according to the expected goals, this should have been 3 points for Xabi Alonso's side. It is not, and it gives Bayern Munich the opportunity now, just 2 points behind Bayer Leverkusen at the top of the table. Look, Jan, you're going to drop points. And, you know, it's inevitable, isn't it? You're not going to win every game, as we've seen Xabi Alonso's side being so dominant throughout much of this season. But you've got to take your chances, because you know if you don't, that Bayern Munich boys are going to come and catch you.
It's Leverkusen in Darmstadt, and then it's Bayern at home against Gladbach, and then it's the big one, Leverkusen against Bayern. They've also signed a new player, Iglesias, coming in, could score some goals for them. It was an interesting game today, boys. I had to look up the stats after the game, because they were very, very dominant. They had so many shots. But still, yes, we saw some of the chances they had there, but they really had, with all the possession and all the dominance they had in the game, they should have created so many more chances, even that. Patrick Schick was not there, but again, when you look at these 2 games today, I mean, you had in the first game, Leroy Sané played brilliantly, Musiala brilliantly, and then Florian Wirtz today. I mean, he can turn into one of the best players in the world. What was interesting, if I may say at the end there, Shaka, is that he suddenly, Alonso changed his goalkeeper today. And he said afterwards it's because he would prepare the reserve keeper for playing the cup. In Darmstadt away from home, he will play Radetzky again. So we have another Arteta situation going on in Leverkusen.
Oh, no. Don't tell Shaka that.
Yeah, nobody needs that.
Boniface, of course, away, Jan, and that was always going to prove a problem for Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have to say to Leverkusen, they've been lucky, they've been good still, winning in Leipzig in the 91st minute, in the 94th minute in Augsburg. They were still dominant. What I like about Alonso's team is that they always want to stay in control, and they do that today as well. But Asia Cup, AFCON, injuries, suspension. There were a lot of things going into this game. Tar didn't play, the great defender. It wouldn't have made maybe a big difference, maybe on set pieces. But we saw pictures of Boniface sitting up there in the stands. And this was, of course, that kind of game you want him to be there. Because he could have turned those half chances into great chances into goals. That was missing today. But you will see. I mean, they still haven't lost this season. You will expect them to win in Darmstadt, and that will make one great game coming up the 10th of February.